We got a Vanagon limping in today with a little problem. After years of use, the shifter lever has broken, and David, the owner, did a quick repair to get it to the shop with some. What'd you put inside it? An old screwdriver, a piece of metal?
A piece of metal.
Piece of metal and some hose clamps and some stuff on the outside to get it drivable. So if yours happens, you could do that to get home. Side of the road repair. Here's all the parts we'll be replacing. Now let's get started. Remove your spare tire. Remove the box that houses the shifter. It's 10mm nuts that hold it on. The box is down. The plastic pieces that are on the shifter are non-existent. There isn't much left. That's all gone. That one's worn out. 13mm and 10mm nut on the other side to take the bolt out. What size are those bolts up there? 10mm? All right, two 10mm nuts in the top. Pull it, take it out now. I'm gonna catch you on video so I can look at you from above. Remove that. Hello! Here is the broken shifter. And as you could see, it is hollow. And it breaks right where they have it tapped for the sleeve. This it holds the spring in place. So the new one, replacement is solid, much beefier, will probably never break. And David's busy cleaning up everything over there to be epoxying on the new pieces. The inside of the shifter box, that's going to get cleaned in the parts washer. After a good scrubbing and degreasing, this part comes out looking like brand new. No wear whatsoever on the inside. Okay, everything's cleaned here. The little nylon bushings just slide in place. They weren't really damaged that bad, so they slip on nice and easily. These are going to be epoxied in place. Here we go. Got to rebuild this. We're going to be replacing all the white plastic parts on the inside of what Volkswagen calls the lever bearing. The black insert that you'll see on the inside we're going to be reusing. It's not a wear item, so I use my fingers just to push the inside of the housing out completely. The bottom piece, that little ring, just pops right off, and then I use a screwdriver to slowly kind of pry on the little lips on the half moons, the outer part of the white plastic pieces, to push them out of the rubber like holder. That is like a hard plastic or a hard rubber. It has some give. You could kind of pry on it a little bit and then slowly and carefully push the center pieces of it out. When you get to a certain point, there is a spring that loads the two halves of the center part that hold the lever. The spring will pop out. You need to save the spring. I'm going to reuse that. And carefully clean up the outside. I just wipe it down with a quick rag to clean up the rubber housing and start putting the new parts in. Now for the assembly, get yourself quality grease. To assemble it, you can't put too much in, so I put some on the inside of the rubber piece, and you start pushing the half moons, I'll call them, into the housing. So you push them in one by one. They'll be a little tricky to kind of fit in, to have them snap into the groove, but they don't have to necessarily be seated 100%, because you have to put in the two center pieces that the shifter actually swivels on. Once you have them pushed into the housing, you could put in the larger of the center pieces. This is the one that sticks out that you'll actually see from the top of the shifter. So again, grease everything up really well, and you kind of finagle around with the half moon pieces. You have to kind of snap that piece on the inside of that socket and put in a lot of grease. You can't put too much grease in it. Snap the piece in place, and then you will have to put in the spring, and then the top piece that will actually tension the ball when it's in the housing. That's what keeps it tight all the time. So you'll have to push the spring in next. Here we go. And then the outer, or the other part of the piece that'll snap in on top of it. So grease it all up and push it down, and you have to have it snap in with a really solid click. It swivels around nicely, nice and smooth. Now you can push it back into the housing. By now your fingers have enough grease on them, and the outside of the rubber piece has been greased enough. I even put a little more grease just to be safe, and push the whole housing back into the metal outer ring. Should slide right in. The bottom plastic ring can be pushed in place. It really is, it really doesn't wear out. The other one really didn't look that bad, but David already purchased a new one. And that actually holds against the floor to keep the whole mechanism from sliding down out of the shifter housing. And now you're ready to put the shaft back into the shifter. Grease the shaft of the shifter where it actually slides through the plastic housing. This is when you engage reverse when you push down. It's actually the shaft sliding up and down in the plastic lever bearing. So grease the inside of the housing, grease the shaft, and then you could push it into the housing. Now you can get your spring and slide it down over the shaft. Make sure the spring goes over the parts of the ends of the plastic centerpiece and kind of rests on those little nubs that stick out on the outside. Then you get the sleeve and slide it down over it, and you're going to want to engage it on the lower hole that tensions the spring tighter, and there's a little set screw on that to goes into the hole. Tighten it up there, and your shifter is all done. No, wait, you're not all done. You need to put new bushings in the bottom half of the shifter. Real simple. Just grease them up and slide them right in. Nothing complicated about it. Now the shifter can go back in the car. While I was busy doing all of this, David was busy underneath the car taking care of the shifter tabs. Okay, the shifter is back in place. We have epoxy on the little tabs over there, and the epoxy is curing. Epoxy does not dry, epoxy cures. So in an effort to get it to move along a little quicker, we have heat lamp on it right now to get it to dry, or cure, sorry. So David could get back to Manhattan tonight. Okay, the heat lamps are off, the zip ties are cut off, the epoxy is nice and hard. We just need to put the bolt back in that holds the shifter to the whole linkage mechanism. A little bit of grease, and we'll be all done. All right, we're all back together. Gonna see how it feels.
A box attached now or not attached?
Yeah, everything's attached. It's all bolted up there. I'm looking on the inside of it, and we're gonna see how.
Inside the box?
Yep, I'm looking inside.
Advise me you think it's safe to drive this thing without.
All right, well, go shift through the gears right now. See how it feels. All right, call out what you're in. Go into reverse.
That's reverse.
That's reverse? Okay. Where's first?
First.
Right there, first. All right, second. Go second. Third. All right. Fourth. Put it in the fifth gear.
What do you think?
I think you're good. These little plastic bushings really do not do much other than just guide the shifter where it needs to be. The epoxy is set long enough, and I think you're fine. Be good to go. Smile.
Another great repair from Scrap Daddy's garage.
Got a big wooden shift knob now. Wow.
That was ridiculous.
David's sporting the Woody.
Please. Wow. Really smooth. That really tightened up that whole flopping around thing.
Good. Another happy customer.
Yeah, absolutely.